Do you love cake? According to Feast of Fed, cake pops are a variation of cake boss by Taure'lle. At this time, we'll watch a short video clip before we get into things.
I'm not a professional baker and I don't have any formal training, but I love sweets and I love trying new things. On a whim, a few years ago, I took a beginning cake decorating class. I learned the basics and was inspired to keep baking without being so intimidated. It's only sugar. Even mistakes can be sweet. I was so excited about baking and decorating that I started a blog to chronicle my adventures. I'd been introduced to cake balls a few years earlier and they had become one of my favorite things to make. So not long after starting the blog, I got the idea to put them on a stick. Because everything's cuter on a stick. And that's when cake pops were born.
Okay, and the purpose of my video is to inform you all on how to make cake pops. First, we will talk about the preparation of your cake pop journey. Next, we will examine the steps. And last, we will talk about the presentation, or it can also be called the appearance of your cake pops. According to McGowan, you should try avoiding using a cake recipe with oil listed in the ingredients because it will give you a more whipped or loose coating. And so we will talk about some of the steps or things that you use for the preparation. Okay, this is the preparation. You have your wax paper, your cake scooper, your pan, your mixing bowl, your oil, your bag and ties that you put the cake pops in once you finish, and candy melts, the sticks that the cake pops go on, the frosting, and the cake mix, which that's what McGowan 2013 was talking about when he said don't use a cake mix with oil ingredients. Now that we have covered the preparation, we will move into examining the steps. This is step 1. This is your baking process. Usually, most of the time, you should preheat your oven. And while preheating your oven, you can start following the cake instructions on the back of your cake box. And once your cake is done, you should let it completely cool before starting to make your cake balls. This is step 2. Once your cake is completely cool, you can cut the cake into 4 sections and begin crumbling. You can mush like your 2 sections together and that will start the crumbling, and then continue this process with your other 2 pieces. This is the next step. Once you got everything crumbled, you add your frosting and mix it together until it's at a consistency that you like. The next step is scoop and roll. So you take your cake scooper and put some cake into the cake scooper, and that's your cake ball, and you roll it. And now that we have covered the steps, we will transition into the last part, which is your presentation, also known as your appearance of your cake pops. Most people decorate their cake pops with candy melts, but there are also other options. You can use sprinkles or edible glitter. Before we get deep into your presentation, Duran 2011 states that you should not freeze your cake pops because it will mess up the candy melts. It will become whipped or too hard to put your sticks into the cake balls. According to the statements from the co-owners of the cake pop business, their current plan is to include selling themed arrangements and bouquets. This will get us more so out of like stereotypical gifts. You can use cake pops for many different occasions, birthday parties, weddings, different things like that. And so for your candy melts, all you do is basically put them in a microwavable safe bowl and melt it until it's at a smooth consistency that you like. And then you let them sit and you begin to place your sticks into the cake balls until it's hard enough where if you turn it upside down, it won't fall. You'll still have your perfect cake pop. And then if you want to add sprinkles, you can do that or add your edible glitter. And that is it for our presentation of the cake pops. So in closing, all you need to bake your cake pops is patience, tools, and ingredients. I have spent the last few minutes with you talking about how to bake cake pops and informing you on the things that you would need. If you're in the mood for a quick treat, you probably should visit the bakery. However, nothing beats cake pops. For more information on baking cake pops, you should visit any of the citations below. Thank you. Have a great day.